Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Harwell. And welcome to St. Louis Browns baseball. Glad to have you with us for Big League Baseball. You're on 66 WAPBA. We're coming to you from out here at the park where the Browns will host the visiting Cleveland Indians. Game number 2 of 4 here in St. Louis. The Indians took the first. The Browns come into this game in 7th place. Well, they're 3 games back. They have not been playing well, with 7 losses in their last 10 games. Overall, they now stand at 4 wins and 7 losses, having lost 3 in a row. In the league, they enter this game leading in batting average at .278, third in homers with 9, number 2 in runs scored, third in slugging, first in on-base percentage. The Browns take the field here in the first. Manager McCoy sends out his squad this way. Graham at first base. Pretty at second. Sullivan the shortstop. Dillinger at third. Across the outfield, in left is Wood. And center, Kokos. And over in right, Lehner. Moss is behind the plate and on the mound for the Browns. The right-handed Bannon. This is Bannon's 3rd start of the season. 1 win, no losses. Cliff has worked 8. His ERA at 3.38. You can get to him with a little patience. He will be facing Indian starter, left-hander Bearden. So settle in. We're ready to start this game. Kennedy will lead it off. On the year, carrying a 195 average, 2 homers, 9 RBI. He's walked twice in his 43 trips. Moss sets up. Bannon comes home. Grounded hard wide of third. Dillinger just reaches it. Over to first. In time for the out. 1 away. Okay, 1 away. Here's the right-handed Gordon to take his swings. So far, he's hitting .283. 1 homer. 8 ribbies. 5 walks in his 51 trips. Gordon reaches base more often than most. Came in with a .353 on base average. The batter stands in. Bannon looking home. The pitch to Gordon. Base hit center field. Cocos is over. Scoops it up, and Gordon holds first for the single. One away. First inning. One on. Edwards walks up. Hank can hit. So far, 4 for 13. Hank has 1 homer on the season. 3 ribbies. He's walked twice. Gordon has legs, but he doesn't use them that often. Right-hander Bannon goes to the set position. Here he comes. Hard 2 bouncer to short. He bobbles it. Throws quickly to first, and he's safe. The throw skips by Graham. He's after it. And Gordon goes on to third. Edwards never made the turn toward second and has to settle for first. Score that E6 on Sullivan. Doby is stepping up to hit against Bannon. 1 away. Runners at the corners. Hitting at .405. He has 5 RBIs. He's walked 8 times in his 50 trips. Unlikely to strike this guy out. He's whiffed only 4 times in his 42 at-bats. Larry on the bench. He's queued up 9 games with a hit. Bannon foot on the rubber. He shakes off the sign. Again he shakes it off. Now he has one he likes. Checks the runners. Infield is back. The runners take their lead. He comes home. Fisted to right by Doby. It falls. Gordon trots home with a run. Lehner is after it. Now he has it. He comes up throwing. Edwards is well around second. The coach is waving him to third, and he gets over to third as the throw comes into Sullivan. So the single drives in 1, and the Indians go ahead by a run, 1-0. First inning. Doby has now hit safely in 10 consecutive games. That gives Doby 6 RBI on the season. 1 out. Runners at first and third. The top of the first inning. Left-handed hitter Vernon gets set to bat against Bannon. His average at .304. He has 2 RBIs. He's walked 3 times in his 50 trips. Real bat control. He struck out only 3 times in his 50 trips. Bannon gets set to work on him. Infield back at double play depth. Edwards takes his lead at third. Here he comes. Easy bounce at a pretty. He's up with it. Throws to second for 1. Out. Back to first for 2. Not in time. Vernon beats it out, and a run scores. And the Indians now lead 2-0. That gives Vernon 3 RBI on the season. Next batter, Boudreau. Lou itching to bust out of this early slump, batting .156. Bannon looking in. Vernon takes his lead. Bannon kicks and delivers. Bannon loses him, and he trots down to first, and Vernon moves to second. Two away. First inning, 2 on. Higgins up. Ice cold bat. His average at .152. Batter facing Bannon. Bannon poised. Bannon brings it home. No, wait. The umpire's calling time. It's a balk. He didn't come to a full stop, and the runners advance. Moss crouched down now. The runners take their lead. The delivery swung on. In the air to the left side. Sullivan is backing up quickly. He's under it. And he brings it down. That's 3 away. The half for the Indians. 2-2-1. They leave 2. So they move in front. Indians 2. Browns coming up. For the Indians come into this game in first place. Their recent record is about even. Their record now 7-4 with 3 straight wins. On the league leaderboards, they're third in batting. at 269.
Tied for second in stolen bases with 2. Fourth in on-base percentage. Leading in ERA
at 3.19. The Indians take the field here in the first. Let's see. Defensively for Cleveland, Vernon at first base. Gordon at second. Boudreau, the shortstop. Bernardino at third. The trio in the outfield. In left, it's Doby. In center, Edwards. And over in right, Kennedy. Hegan is behind the plate and starting for the Indians. The southpawing Bearden. This is Bearden's second start of the season. No wins, 1 loss.
He lost his last start.
After 1 game, his ERA at 7.36. Here's Dillinger to lead it off. Off to a terrific start, batting .380. He has 10 RBIs.
I should note this. He comes into this game with a 7-game hitting streak.
Bearden prepared to work. He brings it home. A little tapper up the line. Vernon charges, scoops it, and tags Dillinger. 1 away. Here comes Sullivan to take his cuts. Unreliable at the plate. This is his 3rd game on the year. Nothing in 4 trips. He's walked once. Batter facing Bearden. Catcher Hegan sets his target.
To the plate.
Routine grounded at Boudreau. He's up with it. Over to first, and Sullivan is retired. And that's the 2nd out. Kokos walking up the bat. Dick doing good work at the plate, hitting a solid .297. Bearden focuses in on the target. Now the delivery. Kokos bruises it, heading for the gap in left center. But Doby flags it down on the first bounce, and Kokos decides not to stretch it. He hugs first with a single. Well, for St. Louis. Kokos down at first, 2 down. Right-handed batter Moss now walks out to bat. He bats cleanup. On the season, hitting at .312, 2 homers, 5 RBI. He's walked 5 times in his 22 trips.
He's now homered in 2 straight games.
Batter ready. Bearden prepared to work. Bearden brings it. Moss bounces one toward short. Grabbed on 2 hops by Boudreau. Makes the throw. And that retires the side. The half for the Browns. No runs on 1 hit. They leave 1. We've played 1. Browns still down by 2. Bernardino, Bearden, and Kennedy due up for Cleveland. Here's Bernardino to start it off. Not in there for his bat to date. 2 for 3. He's walked twice. Bernardino in the box. Fannin gets set to pitch. Fannin delivers. Base hit right field. Lehner takes it on 1 bounce, and Bernardino is on with a single. Runner on first, no outs. Pitcher Bearden up. At the plate this season, he's 1 for 2 and walked once. Bernardino has legs, but he doesn't use them that often. Fannin comes set. He squares. The delivery, it's pushed out in front of the plate. Moss pounces on it. He fires down to first and gets him by a step. Bearden sacrifices. Bernardino moves down to second. The Indians have 1 out. Bernardino standing out at second. It's now Kennedy to bat. He's their leadoff hitter. The batter stands in. Fannin looking home. Fannin kicks and deals. Way off the plate. That'll be ball 4. And a free pass from Kennedy.
And that sets up the double play. Okay, Gordon comes out to face Fannin. Bats right, hitting second.
2 on, first and second. 1 away.
Fannin staring in, ready to work.
He delivers.
Gordon hits in the air to right center field.
Lehner is over.
He has it. Both runners are tagging, but they're holding them
as the throw comes back in.
Two on,
the top of the second inning.
Next up, Edwards.
Hank has driven home
3
runs for the season.
Fannin now set. The runners take their lead. Fannin kicks and delivers. He pulled a string. Strike 3 called. Side retired.
The half for the Indians.
No runs, 1 hit. They leave 2.
Browns behind the Indians.
2-0.
Graham, Pretty, and Lehner to bat next.
Graham to lead it off. Jack doing good work at the plate. Now at
3-17.
3 homers, 13 RBI. One item of interest, he has a 6-game hitting streak going.
Hegan crouched down now.
The pitch.
Graham doesn't offer.
And he draws a free pass. Next to bat for St. Louis is Pretty.
The Browns have nobody out. Graham down at first.
Pretty has been hot so far this season, batting .422. 2 homers, 10 RBI. Batter Pretty,
Jerry
on a bench. Now hit safely in 7 consecutive games.
Hegan sets up.
Bearden comes to him. Grounded deep into the hole. Boudreau is over. He's got it. The long throw to first. 1 down.
Graham moves up. The Browns have 1 out. Graham on at second. Lehner up the bat.
Let's see if he can outperform his advanced billing. So far at the plate,
3
for 14. No walks yet.
Bearden now set.
Bearden over the offering. He pops it up.
Vernon is backing up.
Gordon is over. Waves off Vernon.
2 away. 2 down.
Second inning. 1 on. St. Louis now sends Wood to bat. Wood is still a question mark. We have not seen much of him so far this season. 2 for 10.
Left-handed Bearden goes to the set position.
Here comes a pitch. It's grounded into the hole.
Goes by Boudreau and into left.
Graham is well around third. They're waving Graham in. Here comes a throw home. Here's a play at the plate, and he's out on a close play. The coach was waving him on with 2 outs.
McCoy has his boys running,
but he comes up short here.
For the Browns, nothing across. 1 left. They had a chance but could not convert.
Browns still with a 2-run deficit.
The Indians will have
Doby,
Vernon, and
Boudreau here in the 3rd. Looking at
Pretty
out at second. Among the league leaders,
he's
3rd in double plays
with 13.
Doby will lead off the 3rd. He's a lefty. On the league leaderboards,
he's
3rd in batting.
His average now at .419.
Tied for 1st in on-base percentage.
3rd
in hits
with 17.
He already has a hit in this game. Fannin looking in. The pitch.
Doby doesn't offer.
And he draws a free pass. And that's already the 3rd walk issued by Fannin.
Vernon steps up to face Bannon. He swings from the left side. Runner on first. Doby can hightail it. Vernon takes his stance. Bannon gets set to pitch. The pitch comes in. Rip and a miss by Vernon, and that's a strikeout. One down. Next up, Cleveland hitter Boudreau. Bannon gets set to work on him. Bannon cranks it up. Bannon misses. Ball 4. Boudreau will go to first, and Doby moves into scoring position. Hegan to hit Doby at second. Boudreau at first. One away. Hegan gets in there. Bannon poised. The pitch. Line to left. Base hit. Wood fields the ball. Gets it in quickly. And the bases are loaded. One away. Bases all loaded up. The top of the third inning. Next to bat for Cleveland is Bernardino from the right. Bernardino settles himself in the box. Bannon put on the rubber. Infield deep. The pitch, loop to left. Left fielder Wood running for it. If it stays up, he'll get it. And Wood takes it in. The runners are tagging. Doby coming down the line. Boudreau is holding. Doby scores. The throw comes into Dillinger. And the other runners hold. And the Indians now lead 3-0. 2 outs, third inning, 2 on. Pitcher Bearden up. Bannon looking in. The runners take their lead. Bannon comes to him. Bearden waves at one in the dirt, and he's a strikeout victim. 3 down. That'll do it for Cleveland. A run on 1 hit. No errors. 2 men left on base. They inch away from the Browns. The score now stands 3-0. Browns trail. Bannon, Dillinger, and Sullivan to bat next. Bannon starts it for the Browns. Offensively this season, he's 1 for 3. Hegan crouched down now. The pitch. Just off the corner. A base on balls. That was Bannon's first walk of the season. Okay, we have Dillinger to bat for the Browns. Bannon on at first. No outs. Batter Dillinger.
Starting this game, he was 4th in batting.
His average now at .373.
Tied for first in hits
with 19. 5th
in RBIs
with 10. 3rd
in runs
with 11.
Tied for second in doubles
with 4. 3rd
in stolen bases
with 1. Bearden prepared to work. The pitch. Swung on. It's in the air to right. Kennedy camps in his tracks and brings it down. And there's 1 away. And Bannon returns to first as the throw comes in. Next up, St. Louis hitter Sullivan. Pitcher Bearden set to go. The pitch. Way over his head. Hegan scrambles. Bannon moves into scoring position. And they score that a wild pitch. So Sullivan steps back in. Now Bearden ready. Here's a pitch. Hard ground ball to second. He's up with it. No play at third. Over to Vernon. It's in the dirt, and it gets by Vernon. Bannon hustles over to third. He looks home. Only in his dreams. Gordon picks up an error. One away. Runners at the corners for St. Louis. The bottom of the third inning. It's now the port side swinger, Kokos, to the bat. Dick has 9 RBIs this season. Strikeouts have been a problem for him.
In the league,
He's
on the downside, number 2 in strikeouts.
Kokos now ready. Bearden looking in at the target. Infield is back. At third, Bannon takes a short lead. The pitch to Kokos. Grounded sharply to third. Bernardino is over. Takes it up. Goes to first. And gets him. But the run scores. And Sullivan moves to second. The Browns are on the board, trimming the lead. One on, the bottom of the third inning. Here's Moss to hit for the Browns. Bearden gets set to work on him. Bearden working on Sullivan to hold him close. Bearden brings it to the plate. Swung on. Base hit left field. Doby is after it. Toward the gap. Sullivan is well around third. They're waving Sullivan in, and he scores. As the throw comes into second, Moss holds it first for the single. So the single drives in one, and the Browns get one back, trimming the lead to 1. The fans want more. Graham up there. Batter Graham
On the league leaderboards,
he's
tied for second in runs batted in.
with 13. Third
In home runs with 3.
Bearden gets set to work on him. First baseman Vernon right on the bag. The pitch, it's in the dirt. And it goes back to the screen. Moss chugs around second and holds. Bearden will be charged with a wild pitch. Graham ready to take on Bearden again. Pitcher Bearden set to go. Bearden spins and fakes the pickoff to second, and Moss scrambles back to second. Bearden is back on the rubber. He brings it home. Upstairs with a fast one. Graham doesn't offer, and Bearden gets the call. He's out on strikes. 3 down. The line for the Browns: 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error. They leave 1. They do some damage, and now they trail by only 1.
3
In the books here in St. Louis. The score now stands 3-2. Indians as we head for the top of the 4th inning. Cleveland now will send out the top of the order. Kennedy, Gordon, and Edwards. To get it going, Kennedy. Kennedy steadies his bat. Pitcher Bannon eyeing Kennedy. Now he's ready. The delivery. Lined, but right at Graham. He snatches it in midair, and Kennedy barely got out of the box. 1 down. Gordon is the next hitter. Bannon prepared to work. Here comes the pitch. Batted hard on the ground toward right. Diving stop by Purdy. Throws, and he makes the play to first. 2 away. Two down. 4th inning. Here's Edwards to hit for the Indians. Batting left. Edwards steps up to the plate. Bannon prepared to work. And now the pitch. Swung on, and it's chopped down the first base line. Graham takes the high hop. He flips the Bannon covering, and they get him. Bannon sets them down in order. The score still 3-2. Browns trail. The Browns will have Purdy, Lehner, and Wood here in the
4th.
Here's Purdy to start it off.
In the league,
He's
leading in hitting.
his average now at .413. 3rd.
In on-base percentage, tied for 1st in hits.
with 19. Fifth.
In runs batted in.
With 10. Hegan ready to receive.
Bearden comes home.
Way outside. Pretty draws a base on balls. Lehner walking up the bat. Pretty has the speed to score on a double. In the box now. Bearden now set. And the pitch comes in. Swung on, popped up. Boudreau is backing up quickly. Still backing. He's under it and makes the catch. And Pretty returns to first. Now coming up, Wood. Left-handed Bearden goes to the set position. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Wood goes down on strikes. 2 gone. Here comes Tannen to take his cuts. Catcher Hegan sets his target. He lets it go. Out sharply to the left side. Boudreau covers it. Flips it to Gordon. And that's out number 3. For the Browns.
No runs on no hits.
1 left. They had a chance but could not convert. Browns behind the Indians 3-2. The Indians will have Doby, Vernon, and Boudreau here in the 5th. Here's Doby to start it off. Left side batter. Hitting .419. The hitter stands in. Pitcher Bannon set to go. Here's the delivery. Line drive to third. Hits over his head. And Doby is on with a single. That's Doby's second hit of the game. Here's Vernon coming to the plate. Hitting at .292. Doby can hightail it. Vernon steps up to the plate. Bannon looking home. The pitch. Jams him on the hand. It rolls slowly toward short. Sullivan charges in. Picks it up. Wings it to Graham. Not in time. And Vernon picks up a scratch base hit. Two on, the top of the 5th inning. Boudreau is stepping up to hit against Bannon. Batting .156. The batter stands in. Bannon is on the slab. Checks Doby at second. The runners take their lead. The pitch grounded hard to short. Could be 2. Sullivan fields it. Flips to Pretty at second. Over to first. Yes! The twin killing. Doby moves to third. The Browns doing their best to keep this game close. 2 outs, 5th inning, 1 on. Hegan is stepping up to hit against Bannon. He's a right-handed batter. He already has a hit in this game. Now batting .171. He stands in. Right-hander Bannon ready. Checks third. Bannon brings it to the plate. That's high and deep by Hegan. Kokos on the run, on the run. It's tailing away from him, and he makes the catch, and the side is retired. The half for the Indians. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. They leave 1. So the Indians fail to capitalize on the runner. Browns trailing by 1 as we go to the home half. St. Louis now will send out the top of the order. Dillinger, Sullivan, and Kokos. Dillinger to lead it off for the Browns. He's a right-handed batter. Dillinger in the box. Hegan sets up. Bearden winds up. Dillinger swings. It's a high bouncer to third. Bernardino gloves it. Sets. Long throw to first, and he gets him. 1 down. 1 out, 5th inning. Right-handed batter Sullivan steps up to face Bearden. Bearden gets set to pitch. Now the pitch. There's a bouncer to the left side, right where Boudreau is stationed. He takes his time with the peg and puts Sullivan away easily. 2 down. Okay for St. Louis. Base is clear. 2 outs. Kokos will bat next for St. Louis. Dick 1 for 2. He's driven in a run. Dick gets good wood. Bearden staring in, ready to work. Bearden winds and fires. Easy bounce out of Gordon. He stops it. Flips to first. In time. 3 down. So the Browns are retired in order. Browns trailing by 1. Bernardino, Bearden, and Kennedy due up for Cleveland. To get it going for the Indians here, Bernardino, and he hacks from the right. Rarely shows power. Right-hander Bannon, ready. Bannon fires it in. Breaking ball, grounded hard to Dillinger. It's off his glove, but he recovers and throws quickly, and he's out. 1 away. 1 gone, nobody on. Bearden gets set to face Bannon, batting left. Right-hander Bannon, ready. The pitch. High fly ball to deep center. Kokos is back on the track, reaches up, and brings it down. 2 gone. Kennedy walking up the bat. Kennedy walked once. He's 0 for 2. Bannon poised. The pitch. Grounded to Pretty. He scoops it up. Flips to first. 3 away. The Browns retire the side in order. Browns behind the Indians. 3-2. And they'll try to get it back coming up. For St. Louis, it'll be Moss, Graham, and Pretty. Moss to lead it off for the Browns. He hits from the right. Bearden looking home. The pitch. Low bridge. Moss hits the dirt. Ball 4 almost hit him. No outs. 6th inning. 1 on. Graham up to hit. Jack is 0 for 1 with a walk. Moss, a base clogger on first. The tying run out there. Bearden climbs the mound. Bearden looking in. To the plate. And Graham belts it deep to right. Kennedy retreats to the wall. Does he have room? His eyes are skyward. And the ball is out of here. Home run for Graham, and 2 runs scored. Jack trots around the bases. He loves a trip downtown. He claps his hands. He's greeted at the plate. So Graham has his 4th homer of the season. He's now homered in 2 straight games. The Browns had 2 big runs, and the Browns take the lead from the Indians. They now lead by 1, 4-3. Listen to that crowd. That gives Graham 15 RBI on the season. Well, no outs, 2 runs in. Pretty up to hit. He's hitting .413. Hegan sets up. Bearden into the wind. Slash to right. It's in there. Kennedy fields it. Pretty starts for second. But he's quickly back as the throw comes into Boudreau. Single for Pretty. That extends the streak. He's hit in 8 straight games. Lehner's up. Rarely shows power. Pretty will get a good jump.
Bearden looking home. Big hold on the right side.
Pretty, not wandering too far.
Here's a pitch. On the hand, popped up. Bernardino
Is waving off the others.
He's under it. He puts it away. One on, the bottom of the sixth inning.
The next
Browns
batter is
Wood, right-hander. Not known for long-distance hitting.
left-hander
Bearden
ready.
He delivers. Chopper back to the mound. Bearden gloves it.
He flips the Vernon at first.
For the out.
Pretty moves to second on the play.
That's the second out. Two away.
Pretty on second.
Here's a pitcher.
Bannon. Pretty
Can fool you with his speed. Bearden
now set.
Bearden rocks and fires. Breaking ball. Bloop towards second. Gordon is over.
Reaches to his right.
And hauls it in. 3 down. That'll do it for St. Louis. 2 runs on 2 hits.
1 left. They have taken the lead in this game.
We've played 6.
Browns with the edge.
4-3.
St. Louis
Will now face the
Cleveland
strength. Gordon,
Edwards and Doby.
Gordon will start it off here in the 7th. He bats right. Batter set.
Pitcher Bannon eyeing
Gordon. Now he's ready.
Bannon
Delivers. Chopper back to the mound.
Bannon up with it.
Flips to first. For the out. Here's Edwards. None on. 1 away. Edwards knows how to get on base.
Right-hander Bannon ready. Bannon
Winds up.
fisted to right by Edwards.
Lehner will have to hustle.
And it falls in front of him. He's forced to play it on the hop.
He had no chance on that one.
And Edwards has himself a single. The tying run is on.
Here's Doby. 1 away. Runner on first. Doby perfect in 3 trips, 2 hits, 1 walk. He's driven in a run, and he scored once. Edwards has some speed. Bannon set. Big hold on the right side.
Edwards not wandering too far.
The pitch. Off balance swing. Missed. Strike 3.
2 away. For Cleveland. 2 outs. 1 on.
Cleveland now sends Vernon to bat. Vernon 1 for 3. Driven in 1. Moss set. The pitch.
Vernon pounds it on the ground. Pretty stops it on 1 hop. Shovels some Sullivan for the force.
3 down.
For the Indians.
No runs on 1 hit. They lead 1.
They had a chance but could not convert.
Browns over the
Indians
4-3. And they'll try to add to that lead coming up. Okay, folks, on your feet. Take a break for the 7th inning stretch.
The Indians
will face the top of the order here in the 7th.
Dillinger, Sullivan, and Kokos.
Dillinger will get it started for the Browns.
Right-handed batter to face
Bearden. Hitting at .358. Bearden poised. He brings it in.
Check swing.
He held up. And he walks.
For
Bearden,
his 5th walk.
No outs.
7th inning.
1 on.
Here's Sullivan. Sullivan not looking strong at the plate. Dillinger is jockeying for a big lead off first. John ready. Bearden set. The pitch. Sullivan scribs it to the left side. A swinging bunt. Bernardino charges it, picks it up, guns it to first, but Sullivan beats the throw. That'll be an infield hit for Sullivan, and that's his first hit this season. 2 on, first and second. Here's Kokos to take his swings. Dick gets good wood. On the season, Kokos has 10 runs batted in. Bearden on the rubber, lefty against lefty. Hegan crouched down now. The pitch comes in. Grounded hard at Bernardino. He's up with it. He goes to second for 1. Back to first. Oh, double play. And Dillinger moves to third. The Indians doing their best to keep this game close. We have right-handed Moss to bat for the Browns. The Browns have 2 down. Dillinger down at third. He has a single already. His average now at .333. Left-handed Bearden goes to the set position. Dillinger at third with his arms out, crouched. The pitch. Lined hard over Gordon. Base hit. Kennedy takes it on the bounce. Dillinger scores easily, and Moss has the RBI. So Moss with a ribby single, and the Browns now lead 5-3. Graham is now up. Already has a homer in this game, his 4th. Jack 1 for 2 with a walk. He's driven in 2. And here comes Indians manager McCoy. He's asking Bearden for the ball. McCoy is bringing in Benton to face Graham. He'll lose the platoon advantage. So Bearden goes 6 2/3. He yielded 5 runs, 3 earned on 7 hits. A homer. Walk 5. He fans 2. He's responsible for the runner. He can only lose it. The right-handed Benton sporting a generous 10.8 ERA. This is his 4th appearance. He's worked an inning and 2/3. He's looking for 1 out. Benton is finished with his warm-up pitches. The umpire is brushing off the plate. We're ready to go. Graham ready. Right-hander Benton ready. Moss takes his lead. He comes home on the hand. Popped up. Bernardino is waving off the others. He's under it. He puts it away. For the Browns, a run on 2 hits. 1 left. They give Bannon some extra room. We've played 7. Browns with the edge, 5-3. For Cleveland, it'll be Boudreau, Hegan, and Bernardino. Okay. Boudreau to lead it off for the Indians, and he hacks from the right. Boudreau can get on for you. Boudreau in the box. Here's a defensive change by McCoy. Pellegrini is now playing shortstop at St. Louis. McCoy takes Sullivan out of the game. Boudreau stands in. Bannon gets set to pitch. The pitch comes in. An infield roller by Boudreau. Shortstop Pellegrini charges. The flip to first. 1 down. 1 down, 8th inning. Cleveland now sends Hegan to bat. Hegan is 1 for 3. Bannon looking in. The pitch. Hot shot to the right side. Pretty to his left. Pedal bounce. Juggles it. Throws quickly to first and gets him by a step. 2 down. Bernardino steps up to face Bannon. 2 away. Base is empty. At the plate today, Bernardino is 1 for 2. 1 ribby. Over in the on-deck circle, Benton focused on Bannon. Bernardino relaxes himself at the plate. Pitcher Bannon eyeing Bernardino. Now he's ready. Indians manager McCoy looking at his score sheet, trying to make it happen. For those of you scoring at home, Bernardino will leave the game for the Indians. Boone will bat in his place. That's right. He approves some lumber and heads toward the plate. Indians hitter Boone, a dependable hitter on the season. 1 for 5. He's walked 3 times. He stands in. Right-hander Bannon ready. The pitch. Hit hard to Pellegrini. He takes a high hop. Throws quickly to first, and he's out on a close play. Indians gone. So the Indians go in order. The score still stands 5-3. Browns as we head for the bottom of the 8th inning. Pretty, Lehner, and Wood to bat next. Moving from shortstop to third base, Boudreau. Boone will stay in the game. He goes to shortstop for the Indians. Okay. Here's Pretty to start it off. He hits from the right. Catcher ready. Here's the pitch. Wide of the strike zone. Ball 4. And Pretty shots down to first. St. Louis now sends Lehner to bat, hitting from the left side. Runner on first. Lehner is 0 for 3. Batter set. Now Benton ready. And Pretty takes off. Lehner chops at the ball and bounces it toward short, and the ball hops right through to left field. Boone was over to cover second, and he poked it right through the hole. Pretty winds up perched on third, and Lehner is on with a single. A perfectly placed hit. All right, we have Wood coming up to hit. Browns with runners at first and third. No one out. Ken 1 for 3. He does strike out. Ken steps up. Higgins sets up. Indians playing for the double play. The runners take their lead. Here's a pitch from Benton. A shot to left field. Doby running back. Reaches up and brings it down. Pretty is tagging. But they're holding him at third. That ball just not deep enough. Lehner retreats to first. One away, 8th inning, 2 on. Next up, pitcher Bannon. Higgins sets up. Infield drawn in a few feet. Pretty down the line some at third. The delivery. Fastball, badly fooled. Strike 3. 2 away. Two on, the bottom of the 8th inning. Dillinger is stepping up to hit against Benton. He's a right-handed batter. Bob is their leadoff man. Dillinger walked once, now 0 for 3, and he scored once. Still looking for his first hit.
He's hit in 7 straight games.
Benton is ready to fire it in. The runners take their lead. And the pitch grounded to short. Boone's up with it. He flips to Gordon, covering. And they get him to retire the side. For the Browns, no runs on 1 hit. They leave 2. Browns still leading by 2. Benton, Kennedy, and Gordon due up for Cleveland. Benton is scheduled to hit. Here's Benton coming to the plate. Al taking his first at bat of the season. Benton in the box. Severs is now playing right. Lehner is out. McCoy is sending in Zorilla. He'll be playing left for St. Louis. Wood is out. Batter set. Fannin sets up on the rubber again. The right-handed hitter, Kennedy, on deck. Fannin staring in. Ready to work. Indians skipper McCoy walking down the bench. McCoy is taking pitcher Benton out of the game. Tucker will pinch hit for him. Bats left. He waves that bat like a wand and heads toward the plate. So Benton goes 1 1/3. He yielded. No runs on 1 hit. Here comes Tucker to take his cuts. He does not hit for average. On the year, 1 for 4. Thurman has 2 steals and 2 tries. Fannin, foot on the rubber. Fannin has a sign. Ball laid behind his back. Pitcher Fannin eyeing Tucker. Now he's ready. Fannin into the wind. Wrapped back to the mound, and he spears it over to first, and Tucker is retired. Next up, Kennedy. We're back at the top of the order. The Indians with only 2 outs left. And here comes Browns manager McCoy. He's asking Fannin for the ball. Ferrick will take the mound for St. Louis, the right-hander. So Fannin gets his innings. He pitched 8 1/3. His line, 3 runs, 2 earned on 7 hits. Walk 4. He fans 4. He stands to win it. For Ferrick, this is his first appearance. He's a right-handed pitcher. It's his game to save. Ferrick takes a few warm-up pitches. He's rubbing up the ball. We're ready to go. Ferrick sets up on the rubber. Gordon is trying to get loose in the on-deck circle. The pitch. Loop to right. Severs racing in. If it stays up, he'll get it. Coming hard. Still coming. And he makes the catch. 2 down. Gordon is out to take his hacks for the Indians. Only 1 out left. Gordon has a hit in 4 trips, and he scored a run. On deck, Edwards throws the dirt. Ferrick poised. The pitch. He goes down on strikes, and that's the final out of the game. The Browns have won it, spurred on by the disciplined leadership of McCoy. The Browns take the 5-3 decision. Here's the line for the Browns. 5 runs on 8 hits, 1 misadventure. They lead 8 for the Indians. 3 runs on 7 hits, 1 miscue. And they leave 8. Fannin gets his second win. His record now 2-0. Bearden takes his second loss. His record now 0-2. Ferrick saves his first. So the Browns gain a step in this 4-game series. They now stand at 1-1 for the Browns after dropping 3 in a row. They win 1 for the Browns. Overall, they now stand at 5-7 for the Indians. The 3-game winning streak is broken. In the next game, they'll go after the Indians again. That's it for this time. Until next time, this is APBA and Ernie Harwell saying so long from St. Louis. Final score? St. Louis Browns 5, Cleveland Indians 3.
So yeah, hey, welcome guys. Thanks for hanging out. So, thanks, man. MV, I've already PayPal'd you the money. So the cool thing, all right, is I mean we have this embarrassment of riches of different games to play, digital and cards to dice, and the people who do the stuff here online. We have so many. Everybody has so many styles, and then we have everybody like we have folks like Ken and everybody doing their thing offline. Yeah, Dwayne Martz. Dwayne is fun. World's Worst Gamer, there he is, lurking all night, being a ninja. So we did a game earlier. So welcome in, man. It's good to see you. World's Worst Gamer posting in the Discord the other day that he did a dead ball game. Had fun with it. So cheers, cheers. Yeah, you were lurking. Let's have a quick look at this 1949 current standings. So World's Worst Gamers, New York Yankees, a half game in first place, 7 wins, 4 losses. The Nationals and Indians, a half game back. They're tied for percentage points in second, I guess you might say, or games back in second. And then it's the Tigers and the Athletics. The Red Sox, who will have an excellent season right now, playing a game below 500. The Browns made it a game today, so they improved to 5-7. Pretty good, just 2.5 outs. So we have a tight race in the American League here. The White Sox could be playing a lot better. In the National League so far, and why I've decided to highlight them is in this replay, the New York Giants, who in 1949, and again, we're only, anywhere 10 to 13 games in the season, whatever. The Dodgers, of course, win the National League. The Cardinals will finish second as far as the real replay go. But the Giants, right now, they're off to a 10-2 start. They're 3 games up on Brooklyn, 3.5 up on Pittsburgh and St. Louis. The Cubbies playing 500 ball, 4 games back. Braves, Phillies, and Reds really didn't have a good season in 1949. So we'll see how they shake out. But this American League race is crazy. Everybody's in it right now. But again, we're at like game 12. So having a lot of fun with this and all the other baseball projects that we're doing. So yeah. Oh, thanks, Carlos. Dwayne is like, I'll tell you where else I have to give props to Dwayne. So he's broadcasting a game, but he's actually broadcasting 2 games at the same time, right? He's actually playing APBA and then using Digital Diamond as kind of not only a graphic representation, but a way to do the bookkeeping and stuff. And he just keeps his cool, right? And Dwayne is kind of like, yeah, everybody just does such a wonderful job, and this isn't ass kissing. I do have to say I was remiss in game 1 tonight. I had mentioned that I thought that my channel was the only one that was kind of mainly devoted to old baseball. I had forgotten about Baseball Replay Journal only because, we don't I follow him. I don't usually see him in the usual suspects, legends and MV and our Red Sox fan, Dwayne, Bernie, Robert, whatever. But he does a lot of old baseball as well. And he's a very, very opinionated guy, very, very knowledgeable baseball fan. And I think, like this channel, I think he's pretty much strictly baseball. I don't think he has anything else on his channel but baseball, which makes me happy. So, but I love it. I love that Cousin Ken brings in what he's doing with that Bats project, and that's an exciting one. I do have to bring that into preferably this game since it's an APBA product. But it'd be fun for Ken and I to kind of compare notes. So anyhow, MV's on his way to Jamaica. Nice. Oh, the Howie Shanks opener. Yeah, Steve. Yeah, Steve's kind of like I am. He knows he's not a broadcaster, so he's just about having fun with the games, and I love it. But do you remember the night the game MV can't let Steve live it down when he called? There was a batter that had 3 strikes and 4 balls or something like that. It was something like way off. It was so funny, and I think it was 3 strikes, 4 balls in the bat. I mean, wait, Steve's great. The guy I would love to hear. I don't. He wouldn't even have to do games. It wouldn't be a blast to have Big Clue. Did you imagine Big Clue having a channel? Yeah, it's 3-4. That's it. The count was 3-4. That's it. Oh my God, that was hilarious. That was absolutely hilarious. I mean, and Steve just like he was serious, didn't realize what he said, but He's always fun. Legend Sports Universe. You talk about somebody who really has a smooth delivery. That guy is good. And of course, right, MLB the Show. So like, if you're broadcasting Out of the Park or Action PC, right, those games you can do those at your own pace, right? But MLB the Show, unless you pause it, that's really the closest to calling a real baseball game. And I got to give a lot of props to Legends for what he's doing there. I as long as, which means I'll probably never do it. Maybe the next time he takes a hiatus, I'll try doing a live with me broadcasting MLB the Show. I think it's going to be a fiasco. But again, right, that he's got to broadcast that and can't stop it. It's just going to go, and he doesn't have time to sort of just take his time, highlight players, whatever, because MLB the Show looks weird when you pause it and stuff like that. So, oh yeah, Legends, yeah, Legends is excellent. Did you guys? Yeah, Carlos, I forget when he did it, but yeah, Steve Tate, Runtime Era, the Runtime King. So he got that. We used to play head-to-head baseball, and I know that. So what is it like, MVU and he were playing either F-ball or basketball, and you were calling him the Runtime Era guy, afraid of it. So Steve and I started doing head-to-head here on our respective channels, an Action PC baseball. And oh man, Steve, he would get too excited. We figured out that we thought what was causing the runtime error was hitting the, like, either the pitch or hit button too soon. And Steve would always say, "Gee, damn it, I hit it too soon." I think one game we had like 5 runtime errors, and that was it. So that's Steve Runtime Error Tate. It's awesome. Oh yeah, definitely. And when you get Clinton, Big Clue, and Todd and Ken in the same broadcast, dude, all bets are off. There's nights those guys, and they're doing it on purpose. It's like, okay, we're gonna throw him way off the rails. There was one night they had me laughing so hard, I just said, you know what? I put Out of the Park on autoplay, and I'm like, I'm just gonna watch these guys chat. They just go after. Oh, thanks, Carlos. I wish I could. Vince Scully. Ooh. But thank you. I'm just a guy that loves baseball, but I really appreciate it. I don't like to get too overly excited because I think it's abrasive. Some guys can do it. RGO Network can keep up that, right? He keeps up that energy that it just blows me away. But then if you hear Robert like talking normally when he's not doing the game, it's very different. We've had him on during our Shanks drafts, pardon me, and stuff like that. And then you hear Robert doing it, and I can't even, it would like rip my voice to shreds to try to impersonate Robert. Um, stadium cheers, and everything is so Robert can make a routine 4-3 play sound like a bottom of the ninth, World Series, bases loaded, 2 down, and the winning run is at the plate. And he can make a routine 4-3 put out. He does that, and I think it's fun. Just the way the guys do it. Baseball demos is pretty laid back. I like listening to him. I love it when Tabby invades. It's always the best. We have a bunch of really good guys in this community. Our Red Sox fan is of course superb. Kind of miss ID Jester. He does some baseball occasionally, but he used to do a lot of baseball. Kind of miss him a lot. So anyhow, Todd's nuts. Todd's nuts. Yep. RGO in a rant. Oh man, get RJL going. That man, I think he can out rant Jester. I think Robert can out rant him. Yep. Well, what was that one? That was this game that he just did. What was that Giants Pirates game? Was it the one that went 2 games? There was one, and then he had that went 2 days, and then he had one the following night that was an extra innings game. I think it was a Red Sox game. And because I remember Robert's like, because he was going to finish the Pirates Giants game and then do another game. He said, I can't do this. I can't do this. This is too long. I don't know how he does it. Oh my God. Because his voice, he just, and super aware of the chat though. I've never seen anybody miss Robert in a chat when they come in. Just really, really good. All the guys are good. MV is funny. So MV picked up a habit from Steve Tate. And this is something these guys both do that drive me bats. And they are proud of it. It drives the community crazy, right? They just end their broadcast. It's over. And but at least Steve will get out the final sentence. But MV will say, he'll say, well, chaps, it's time to, and that's it. And it's just over. And MV knows he's doing it, right? Oh, cool. Cooney 007 says he used to be able to roll his voice like the Peter Tenorkin from Pressure Luck. Oh my God, that would be fun to hear. Aaron, of course, Aaron Reed can do those impersonations. But so you learned it from Steve. Yeah, but Steve does finish the final sentence, at least MV. Because I'll be waiting for you to say something like an idiot, like an Egypt, right? I still wait, and you'll say, and MV will be, it'll be like, well, chaps, that's the game, and then we're gonna sit, and then it's over. Like, what? Yeah, Aaron is really, really good. He's really got some serious talent there. If and again, Aaron, obviously, I mean, he doesn't mind me using the term blind. Um, I would love for Aaron, if there was a way we could figure out for Aaron to call a game, a complete game, as like all those voices, as Harry Carey, Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, all that. And if he could do that, his channel would blow up. It would be nuts. It would be absolutely nuts. As long as the Russians don't file a copyright claim like they did to me, the bastards. They really did. Carlos says, I've watched some of MB's games. He also does an excellent job. Did try a cricket stream and had no idea what the fuck was going on. So, MV has me wanting to buy that Cricket 24 game, actually. I used to watch cricket both across the pond when I was living there and then watched it as a Penn State undergrad. I've always liked cricket, but MV turning us on to T20 cricket, which, holy man, that talk about an action game. That thing doesn't stop. So I'm probably going to need a tutorial, though. I'm still not clear on the scoring in cricket. I would watch it back in the day because I do appreciate the athleticism of it and things like that. But I like it. It's similar to baseball in a lot of ways. But I still don't get, because like MV will say something like, Ireland is 240 or 40 for 2 or something like that. And so he talks about that scores 5 more runs. And I'm so used to line scores in baseball. I'm looking for that line score in cricket, and I'm not sure where that is. But yeah, I love it. I love it. So Carlos Yaz is a big cricket fan. Cool. Yeah, I think he would, Sakuni. Actually, there was one night I was doing a game, and Tex Aggs, he said, now for some ninth inning magic. And I said, oh, I can't repeat that. That's Robert's line. And Robert was in the chat, and he said, no. He said, go ahead. I really consider that actually very flattering. But yeah, why not, man? Robert's a very generous guy. I like, will we see? And I can't do his voice. Some ninth inning magic. And just the way his delivery is great. I love it. I love it. So, Australia, big baseball country, man. They take their baseball seriously there, that's for sure. Persistent based browsing game. Okay. Yeah, MV, that'd be great if you would do a tutorial in a new cricket game, because if I'm going to drop some dosh on it, I want to know what the hell I'm doing. You had Steve talking to someone in India the other day about cricket. You're on the floor laughing. So, MV, on that new cricket game, can you play like test cricket, and also can you switch between that and T20 cricket? Or is it like just like just one type of cricket or not? Because I still think Test cricket is really cool too. I'm just curious. I mean, I'm still gonna buy it, but yeah, it's not so big in Ireland. Okay, Test cricket 1 day and T20. All right, nice. So you get it all. So in Ireland, Ireland has a cricket team, but we suck at cricket. There's a versions like T10. Okay. Um, Ireland sucks at cricket. We're, we try to play baseball over there. When I was living in Holland, when I'd moved from there to Holland, they were looking for baseball umpires for a summer, so they are trying. It has a long history, but we suck at it. Rugby is the game in Ireland, and we're the first in the world. We're not so good at cricket, unfortunately. Come on, Ireland can't take on, the big cricket countries. We just can't. Ireland can't do it. Argentina, would you believe, were ace, but somehow the game died out. Well, Argentina, I mean, so did some of their dictators, huh? Bart something. Oh, MV checking on a famous American cricketer. Rugby is damn tough. Rugby is a tough game. But there was great rejoicing in Ireland earlier this year. We beat the United Kingdom. Yay. So, yep, we're #1 in the world right now. I don't follow it in terms of I couldn't name a rugby player to save my life, but it's part of the Irish heritage, and we do well in rugby. So what? Oh, so Bart King, I will. MV, I think Cooney's asking the difference between the types of cricket because you named four, right? Test 1 day, T20, and T10. I know you're on your holidays, so I hope you don't mind typing. I will definitely. I will Google Bart King. I will. I didn't know we had one here. The Irish boxers. Oh yeah. So Irish boxing is yeah. Irish like to fight. The Cubs, the Bears. He says used to love hurling in the wide world of sports back in the day. Welcome into Cubs and Bears. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Test cricket takes days. How about it, MV? Tests your nerve, your soul, your resolve, everything. That's the most cricket I've seen in my life has been Test cricket. And my dream 1 day, MV, is I want to see I want to see a game at the Oval, see a match at the Oval. I mean, to me, seeing a match at the Oval would be like seeing a baseball game at one of the great classic ballparks. Mm. The Ashes, right? First class cricket, also like Test cricket, known as red ball cricket. MV, I wanted to ask you, I know you're busy typing. Okay, so when the bowler's coming up to the crease, if his foot crosses that line at the crease, is there a penalty on the bowler? I'm just curious. There's something about the oval that just catches my imagination. So no ball. Okay, so he can't go past the crease. So it's an extra run for the batting team. Okay. Because I've watched you play, and he's like you see he's at the crease, and so when that umpire, I guess that's what you call them umpires in cricket, when he says "yep," is he saying that because it's a hit, or because the bowler didn't go across the crease? Because I'm not sure what that. I'll hear that "yep" every time there's a hit. Okay, so the heel has to be behind the line. Okay, so if you get a bowler with big feet, that's an advantage, right? I would watch those guys play when I was an undergrad, and the spin that you can play. Okay, the yep is the decider's batting to run or deciding to run. Okay, I used to watch it, and it was just amazing. And the first thing I had to get used to is there's no foul territory in cricket. Okay, it's the batsman saying like, "Let's go." So you're saying, MV, didn't you say in a broadcast that T20 cricket is like the world's fastest growing sport? Is that, did you not say that? Like it's growing like crazy everywhere, T20? Okay, one day cricket is shorter, but T20 is shorter than one day, isn't it? Right? 50 overs a game each. I know what overs are, been following you, so I do know that. It's the scoring that messes me up a little bit. Because like a team will score 5 runs and MV will say, "Well, they're in trouble here right now." I'm like, the baseball mind says, "But you scored 5 runs. How can you be in trouble?" So, T20's fastest growing, 20 overs for T20. Okay. So yeah, you can. I know the score. So you can hit a 1, 2, and then there's a 4 and there's a 6, right? Like I'm like when it hits the wall and those flames go up, that's 4. And if you hit it into the crowd, that's a home run. Well, we would call it that's a 6, right? I get that. Hit 3 like a triple. Fours when it hits the wall. I do know that. Yep, the out edge of the pitch. Oh, I can't stand, Carlos. When I use the term football, I mean soccer. I can't stand it. It's like a religion. And when I lived in Holland, ugh. And I used to have to go to my stepkids' footy matches every Saturday. I hated it. Right, but it can't touch the ground, right? It's a home run. So we got a cricket thing going on now. MV's in his glory. This is his game. Overs are more like, aren't they like sort of like pitches or something? We'll let MV because I don't even want to hazard a guess here. Innings are when the batting side comes to bat. They have 10 chances to make as many runs possible in the time frame allowed. So there's a time frame. There's a clock. I didn't know there was a time frame in cricket. I thought you just kept batting until there were 3 wickets or however many wickets it is. Like in baseball, there's 3 outs. 2 innings in cricket. So in effect, 20 chances, wickets. Complicated game to a baseball mind, anyhow. Although to an American F-ball mind, it would be unfathomable, I would think. So, sorry guys, had to get that one in. 90 overs a day for Test cricket. Each day, 90 overs. Wow. Cricket is old. Then the umpires call it a day. They eat oranges during one of the innings or between innings or something in Test cricket. It's like this really cool tradition. They even did it when I would watch the undergrads play. T20 cricket's been around since 2000. Yeah, but how long's Test cricket been around, MV? That's been around like that's older than baseball. Way older than baseball. So Henry Chadwick was a huge cricket fan and was converted to baseball when he saw it, and he was like in his 40s, I think. And that was like in the 1850s when Henry Chadwick, who's in the Hall of Fame, inventor of the box score, saw a baseball game and was, yeah. So one day has been around since the 1960s. I know watching Downton Abbey, which starts in 1912, they were playing cricket, and I know it was around early 19th century. Yep, it was born before baseball. It's an old game. MV is our cricket. He's our cricket master. It is. I really, I always appreciated it, but watching MV doing, watching especially these T20 matches has been really, really amazing. It's been really fun. I never thought I would like want to buy a cricket game, but after watching him do it, I'm like, yeah, I want to play this. So, not that I'll ever do it on my channel. I'm not. So, overs mean a bowler has 6 balls. So I would so MV was brave, right? He was doing cricket on his channel. And I remember MV doing, because I would check out a couple of his cricket games when he first started coming around on our channel. And so 90 overs, that's 540. You said 90 overs in Test cricket. No wonder it goes so long. Wow. You said 90 overs. That's 540 balls. That's nuts. But then he's like able to do baseball effortlessly. If I tried to do a cricket game, oh my God, they'd be more disastrous than the baseball games I do. So I don't have the cojones for that MV does. Oh man. Anyhow, this is fun. When ESPN first came on the air, they had Australian rules football. Oh my God. Okay, so Australian rules football is cool. I don't understand what the hell's happening in that game. I don't understand how those guys even have teeth. They don't wear any pads, and those Aussies don't care, man. But that's fun, and I like the referees in that game. He's got, right, the dudes in the white knickers, and he's like got the 2 flags and stuff, and he like turns so smartly. Aussie rules football makes no sense, but oh yeah, I used to watch that. Yeah, exactly. They are beer drinkers. I don't know what the hell the game's about, but it's fun to watch, man. And and when Australia would play New Zealand, and oh my God, those were great matches. Or when the big cities, you'd see like, you know, Sydney playing Perth. That was great. I mean, it's like the way footy is in a lot of the rest of the world, right? Like, Manchester and Chelsea or what have you. Yeah, Aussie rules football is nuts. It is crazy. Could be the roughest team sport on earth because they're full contact. No, I don't think it would either, and I don't think you're being sexist. It's a biological fact, MV. So, although it'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it? It'd be kind of funny. There's a football league where the women, American, right, where they play in lingerie or something like that. I've heard of it. And they have the gorgeous women of wrestling, but gorgeous ladies wrestling, but wrestling isn't a proper sport. So, it's a sports entertainment. But like mud wrestling, yep. All right. Hey, Sakuni, let us know when you're ready to start in that '08 replay, and we will be there. Ken's a big Phillies fan, so he will enjoy that. I guess we're going to cut it off here, guys. 2:19 a.m. MV will soon be in the Eastern time zone for a while. Sleep well, my friend. Guys, thank you for coming in for this our doubleheader, out of the park baseball in the first one, and APBA PC in this one. Oh, always, MV. Always, man. We'll get you on the mic again soon. Tomorrow night, 19th century baseball. Ken's Providence Grays going up of 1884 against the 1875 Boston Red Stockings. So we're going to get Mr. Peabody and go in the Wayback Machine. Thank you, MV. And thank you to MV for coming in. Carlos Yaz. Hey, you're welcome, Carlos. Thanks for coming in, man. See you next time. Skuni 007. I like that we have our own secret agent in the community. I think it's awesome. And he's also a card dealer, a casino dealer, which is really cool. Casinos won't hire me, but that's okay. I think it's cool. That's one of the coolest professions you can have, is to be a dealer. Ken Castro, thank you very much, cousin. I'm not sure if you're still awake, but anyhow, thank you. And that's all I could get in this stream. I know Bernie was in here for a while, and anybody I've missed is because I can't go back that far. All right, until the next time we meet, guys, see you around the batting cage, and have fun.